Hello, in this video, join me as we visit two topics that I covered before in my motivational videos. One of them is, are you doing your very best? The next one is, do you know you are really special? You're really unique? That's what I'm talking about today. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I learn, continue to learn. If you're returning, I appreciate you very much. I hope you're subscribed. Check it. And for those of you who are new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. I'm very passionate about everything I say here. If you care about, let me show you the schedule. On Monday, I'm here daily. On Monday, I do YouTube tips. I just revisited those. YouTube tips on Monday. Tuesday, I read these books. This one, the cash flow quadrant. And I finished this Rich Dad Poor Dad. I do those right now on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I like to drive around. Sometimes I interview someone. That's I call it Sherifa's Free Day. Friday, we are live, success, anything helping us to be successful. We discuss on Friday, I come live. Saturday, we discuss affiliate marketing and man online. Sunday, motivation. That's today. So if you're seeing this later, it came out on Sunday. Now, 6 days a week, I am here 9:30 a.m. USA Eastern Time. But on Sunday, I change it a bit. I come a little bit later. I come at 1 hour, converting the time. Sometimes I mix it up. 1:30 p.m. USA Eastern Time. And that's for some people, it's already night. But I intentionally do that. So I wait for you to be like evening. So I bring this one, the Sunday one. And normally the Sunday one is a premiere. If you're watching me, it's a premiere. If you're watching it later, it's not a premiere, but it was a premiere. Okay, if any of that sounds interesting, watch some videos and see. If taking your life to the next level, whatever level you are on, doesn't matter, but moving it ahead, if it's a good message, please consider subscribing to this channel and click on the bell that comes up after you subscribe so you get to know when all these things are happening. You see the notification. Okay, today, like I said, we are revisiting old messages. I have old messages. You'll see my videos. One of them was, I said, are you really doing enough? In fact, I share a story there of someone who was not doing enough. Then in the other one, I was saying, you're special. You're unique. You need to know that. You need to believe that. So we're going to watch the first one, which is, are you really doing enough? You'll notice that my energy was a little lower, I think. You tell me. It was a little bit different. And my camera was a little bit different. So be prepared. It's going to be changing. So the first one, are you really doing enough? Are you doing your very best? And the other one is, do you know you are really unique? You are special. Okay, now let's watch them. And then I'll come back. This time I won't even close with too much. I tend to go on and on. Watch those, and then I'll come and close it. And I have a message for you. Those were some time back. Now it's now. Okay? Watch the first one, the second one, and I'll be back. Today I'm asking you actually, are you doing your very best? And the assumption is that you want to do great, you want to do good things, you want to be successful. But are we doing our very best? Take a moment. Are you doing your very best? And not just one area, all areas of life. Everywhere you want to be successful, are you giving it your all? Or you are just doing the average? The average will not do. My point is, if you work on something, you can change it from average to better to best, whatever the highest is. Let's do our very best. That's my message in this video. And for example, maybe you are not born very smart. Okay, genetically not very smart, but you worked hard. Maybe you had to review it a few times. You know some smart people, they just go to class and they just listen. And you ask them a few weeks later, they still remember what the teacher said. They didn't even take any notes. Those kinds of people. But then there are those who need to study and review. And you end up, after doing very well, sometimes you could do better than those other people. I'm not talking about those very smart ones who don't forget anything, but there are those who are really great, but because they are not like putting in enough effort, they're smart, but they fail. And the one who was average, but they keep at it, Remember my channel, take a step, you keep taking that step, you review, the teacher teaches, whatever I didn't understand, you go ask, you end up doing better. I already gave that example of the person who wasn't so like looking good, like maybe when they're young, they look at their photos, they say, wow. But now, wow, they corrected that already because they worked at it. This message is, please, if you want to be great, let's do our very best. And just because you didn't have the money, you are not born beautiful, or you're not born smart, that shouldn't stop you. Okay? Just give it your all. And just focus, because these days focusing is really hard for people, for many people. They like to be discussion on this, on that, especially on social media. But if you really focus on something and set those goals, you can turn a situation around. Now, if you choose not to do your very best, it may not even be like you sat down and said, I'll not do my very best. It just happens that you are not focused, you're not setting goals. Even those things that you have been positives, they could become negatives. For example, I'll give you something like if you had the capability, the capacity to be a great employee, like you're a good employee, but if your employer is looking at you and they see that you're not really doing your very best, you're not focused on whatever the mission is, they may skip you on a promotion. They may not give it to you because they feel like you are not giving your very best. There are examples in relationships. If you could be married, your very sweetheart, but if you don't give it your very best, you could lose them. This love is not enough. If someone may love you very much, but if you are not keeping up with the expectations of the relationship and being married, and for example, you have children, someone may love you very much, but the things that go into the relationship, like you are a wife, you're not taking care of the home or the husband, whatever you're supposed to do, you're not like a good partner, and especially with the parenting. That's why some people look deep. They look at your history. Can you be a good parent? Okay, I love you, I like you, but what about the next step? Are you really capable of going all the way? But then you can learn. That's the message of this video. You can make it better, something you didn't know. Your parents were not good parents, but you can learn and make it better. That's my message. But I wanted to give you a short story of someone who had it all, who was smart, was born smart. I'm not like going to brag here or something, but I'm saying when I did my first degree, I did my career university, for those of you who are in Uganda, and at that time it was the only university. And getting that university, they were paying for us. I talked about this story in other videos. They were paying for our education. But qualifying to get that university was really, really hard. I told the wrong story. I'm not telling you that story. The story I'm telling you is a bit different. To get there, you had to do great. And we had this case that I'm going to tell you about. We had someone, I didn't know them before. I got to know them when we were in university. In fact, my roommate, that was her friend, they came from the same school. One of the best schools in Uganda. You know, this is Uganda I'm talking about. And we went to school first year, second year. At that time, my degree was actually, I was doing it for 2 years. I was doing economics and agriculture economics. I think economics on both sides. And I loved it at that time, but then I switched. When I'm here now, I do accounting. I switched. I'm not economics anymore. So, that other friend that I'm talking about, by the way, this is not like private. Anyone who could go to that year would know this story I'm telling because in the news. 3 years, we needed to be in college, 3 years. She was doing a different major, it was in sciences, when I was doing economics. I was doing like physics, those sciences. We go first year, we do well, second year, third year, that's supposed to be the final year. So we did our second year. When we went our second year, we're all thinking, oh, we have only 1 year left. I can think of what you're going to do after. All great. Now, before we get to that third year, the story I'm telling you is in the second year. You know, when it's time for exams, when they're about to be the exam, they get the timetable and go this big board and look at those days. They just go to the main building, you see, okay, where am I? They say on this day you'll be doing exam, whatever, you have your timetable, and they give you like 2 weeks just to prepare. You're not going to the lectures anymore. All you do is study. So in that situation, by the way, I used to be in the very school, for those who know what I'm telling. And the library, the Jewish part. So to study, to go to the library, I had to go like really, really early. Like to go, walk. I don't know how long we had to walk, like maybe 15 minutes, just get to the library, carry your books and everything you need. So I did that like one time. I get there, I saw books, like so many people finding so much seat. I didn't like it. So, and then I tried another time. And when I went, this time, this student had this bad habit of reading books where they were the whole day. So you come in the evening, although they are not there, their books are there. So you have nowhere to see. So I watched the situation, I said, I don't like to waste time. I will waste like a whole hour just trying to find somewhere to study from. So I studied what happens at home, in the hall, in the men's one, when everyone is gone. So I said, this place is quiet. So I said, me, I'm not going there anymore, I'll just stay here. When everyone leaves, I'll study in our room. So that's what I'll do. We study, like we'll study maybe from up to like, I don't know what time we started, but we'll finish like 10, 11. So I'll be there studying, and this friend, she didn't live with us in my room. She would just pass by like a neighbor. She would knock on the door, and she would see that I'm there studying, but she would be coming back at around maybe 8. I said, how come you were back early? He said, I don't feel like studying. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like studying. So she did that almost throughout. We were all preparing for exams. And I'm sorry that I'm telling this story. You may say, oh, why is she saying that? Because there is a lesson. There's a lesson, and this is public news. If you want to go in the headlines of the new vision at that time, you will find this story. So, the story about the university, what happened? We continue, we start doing exams, we're all busy, and after exams, everyone is packing, we go home. So that's a long vacation, then we come back for our final year, we're all so excited. So, we arrived, there were 2 roommates, I was with my other friend, where we were, and we started hearing this story. Remember I told you it was in the news? It wasn't in the big news yet. It was still on campus. And they were saying that, do you know, the science people were failing. They didn't pass their exams. So this is what they did. They made them do retakes, and they made some repeat. They have to repeat second year, and then they expelled some of them. So as that story was going, because it wasn't common, I think they are starting to change their policies. This wasn't a common thing at that time. So we were there, then a few days later, because there's a week we come and just arriving, there's no classes in. So this friend, the one that used to pass and from prep, came. So when she came, she said, you know what? I came back, but since they didn't allocate me a hall, I don't have a hall. Remember, she used to be a student one like us. And she said, I don't even have a room. You know, they expelled me. They expelled me, but, and Sam, we had another one actually, also on the same, but for her, she said she was asked to repeat second year. And Sam had done it, depending on how they said. She said, I don't have a hall, I don't have a room, so I have nowhere to go. But they expelled me, but they're appealing. There's an appeal. the students, I think we had like a student association or something, they were like appealing the situation. So we said, okay, you can stay with us here as you wait. So the following week, we started classes. Your classes, you go, you come, you go, we leave my own room, we go, we come. And they kept checking, the case went long. That's why I said it was in the news later. And finally, she came and she said, they said that decision was final. I think it went all the way to the restaurant. It was final. They're not changing anything. I could not believe it. It was not me, but I could not believe what was happening. You spent all this time, it was a struggle to study and be able to, not like, no one was there not smart. I'm not saying like I'm bragging was smart. No one could go in that university at that time when they were not smart. Because like for me, in my school, I think we were like 6 people and only 2 girls. Oh my God. I said, how does that happen? What do you do? So we asked her, do you tell your parents? Because in her home, in her family, I think she was the only person who had just come to university. The first one to get to university. She said, no, I didn't tell them. After everyone was making decisions, some people were deciding what to do, they were going. She stayed in our room, I think, for another week or 2 before she could go home. Because she was wondering how she was going to tell her parents. All the hopes used to be in those people who are able to have a degree. And in Uganda, like here in USA, when you have like a high school, they give the diploma. You could even go get a job because of that diploma. But over there, it's just, they give you a passing. I don't think they changed it now. So until you go and study something else and get a little diploma or something, whatever, you can consider like you are not qualified to do anything. That's how she was. I said, from thinking we're getting a degree next year to going back to having nothing, I could not believe it, but that's what happened. Because that story, I even came to America before I think it's changed. I think later. I think she applied and went back. You can go back to university and you were entrance after 2 years. So she went back and switched the degree to a different one, and she got better, but after a struggle. The message is this: do your very best. Because this saying that she failed the exam, she didn't fail because she didn't know what to do. She didn't study. She kept going and coming back. And I'm sorry for judging, because I don't know if people will never say, why would she study or talk like that? There is a lesson. If you have a child in school, especially like a teenager kind, those people like who are starting to be responsible for their own education, show them this video. You may have this opportunity and lose it in a moment. Because we have to study for just 2 weeks, and focus for 2 weeks, and pass. But if you don't focus, you're going to get there. Those sciences are really hard. If they ask, maybe you can say, oh, some things are just still in my brain, I can use them. But the sciences, those are parts you have to study. That's my video today. Do your very best in whatever you're doing. Whether you are doing a job, do your very best. That's how you're going to get the promotion. If you're in school, do your very best. Like us who are online, when we buy those courses, let's do the course, let's study, let's focus and learn and do our very best. That's how we're going to make our life better. Today, I'm saying, you are special, you are a winner, you are unique. But my question is, do you believe it? Do you believe you're special? Do you believe you are a winner? Do you believe that you are on this earth, you are a unique person who is not like anyone else? Even if you are a twin, even if you have a twin brother, twin sister, you are still unique. Your DNA is different. So, but do you believe it? Do you believe you are a unique person? And not just unique, but special and a winner. That's what I'm talking about today. And my message is going to be mostly for that person who is doubting. If you are doubting that you're special, this message is for you. So look back in your life. When did you start believing that you're not special? When did that happen? Was it like early years in school? Were you like bullied, teased? We call it teasing, some people call it bullying. What happened? Was it at home? At home, you are abused. Some people, maybe your parents said you're not good enough. Where did that start? Because when you are born, even when you're a baby there, I don't think you come out thinking I'm not a winner, I'm not special. You are very, very special. Every baby is special. So my intention here today is to get you thinking, when did this start? Assuming you don't believe you're special, assuming you don't believe you're a winner, when did it start? Go back to the early years in school. Go back to the early years at home with your parents or whoever raised you, where you grew up. Then move forward to the teenage years. Move forward. What happened? Why? When did you start doubting yourself? Why are you doubting yourself? Do you have limiting beliefs? Do you have feelings of I'm not good enough? I'm not beautiful enough? I'm not tall enough? I'm not smart enough? I'm not smart enough? Whatever those enoughs are. Do you believe them? Okay. Today, my intention is to get you thinking that whatever that is, just know that you are special and you're beautiful and you are a winner. Remember I said this video I want to be short? So how do we get to shift it? To shift from the negative to a positive. So I suggest you pause this video, you get a pen and paper and think slowly. Go back. When did this begin? And then I also want you to shift it and think about the wins. Wins. W-I-N-S. Win. W-I-N, you know my accent? I want to make sure you get it. Win. Think about the small wins that you ever had in your life. Because this thinking, the bad thinking, negative thinking, maybe it came later. But you used to be feeling special and unique and great. But then something started interrupting that. Or maybe you never had a good childhood. Like, oh, this is what you had the whole life. But still, there's some win somewhere. So I want you to go to write down. What were you good at? Young. I like to talk in terms of budget of 10, 20, like that. So between 1 and 10, whatever you remember, 5 years, 6 years, 7 to 10. What were you good at? Like remember at school. Were you good at school? Were you good? Were you just a good friend? A kind person? Were you, what kind of person were you? Remember something good from that period or at home. Something good. Go back. Then, let's get to the teenage years. How was that life like? What were you good at? Were you good in sports? Were you a singer? What were you doing? What were you good at? I want you to write down those good things you remember, those good moments when you felt like, wow, I just want that. I felt good. Find small moments, then come. I don't know how old you are, by the way. I'm assuming you're older, but whatever age you are, you pick where I am. Teenage years, what was good there? What did you win at? Then, let's go to the 20s. How was that time? Young adult. Were you good at work? Were you good? Still, I'm going to go back to sports. Whatever you were good at. You could even be just a good friend or a good, like your husband or wife. Whatever you were, when you felt good, I want you to write it down. That moment was good. It made me feel good. Then keep going, keep going. 30, 40. Are you a good parent? Are you a good husband? Are you a good wife? What are you good at? You could just be a special friend. Someone trusts you with their secret. That means I'm a good friend. That's a good thing. So, after you list all those down, keep going, keep going. If you're older like me, keep going. The good things, the good things. And when you feel like you're going back to the negative thinking, I want you to keep that list around. Make a few copies of that, right? I'm good at, remember, that time I was able to do that. That means I could do it again. Maybe in a different form, but that means you can win. You can win again. Remind yourself of those feelings, feeling good when you win. That's the intention of this message. And then, let's start setting those goals. Now, going forward. since we established that we can win, so what next? Then what next? Set your goals. I call it a video. I call this 3 best people. I think I'm going to put a link below. 3 best people. If you feel you're stuck, let's find those 3 best people to move you around. Because right now you be surrounded by the wrong people, the wrong environment. We're in the wrong environment. We are here to support you. Also make sure you watch that video if you think you need it. If you think you need support. Or wherever you are, know that no one is like you. So you're special. Okay? Don't forget that. You are the winner. Let's go win. Okay, so I know it was look different, right? But it's still me. And I'm still very passionate about those same messages. They're old, but they're still relevant. So are you really doing your very best? If not, it's time to change it. It's time to change it, especially if you're young. I'm very passionate about young people because I feel like if this generation changes, if the young ones change, they will change. If they learn all these things we are learning, the internet brought some changes. Like this information was not available. If you can, do like the information I have in these books. In fact, I'm going to mention how I'm supporting people to get this information, and you teach it to your kids, your children. Kids, we use kids here in America, but children, things would change. We don't have to struggle as much as the generation have struggled. So that's my message. And this being's unique and special, you have to believe it. Because even if someone is telling you are unique, you're special, if you don't believe it, it's useless. So you have to believe it. I have videos when I say, in fact, maybe I will link all the my motivational ones for those of you who are interested, because you have to believe it. I am. I say I am. Keep saying I am special. I am unique. If you don't believe it, eventually you believe it. If you keep saying that. So that's the video that I call I am. The importance of the word I am. Those of you who watch me a lot, I keep saying it. So you have to believe it. Because if other people believe it and you don't, it will not work. Okay? Now, I don't want to say too much, but I really want to mention something. It's been now maybe 2 months. For those of you who watch me every day, I work hard, but I'm very sad. And today, let me express my sadness in this video. Because when I started this channel, it started from zero, like everything. This is the 3rd year. There are some people who were there at the beginning. And we started that Facebook group. I have the people who were there the very first time. And when I said people were not doing things or acting, and I removed some, I left some. There are some who stayed. And the ones I left were called the true go-getters. That's what I said. Very proud of my true go-getters. I talk about them all the time. But guess what? I don't see them anymore. They started YouTube channels from zero. If you're watching me and you're one of those people, I'm not going to name names, you made me feel very, very sad. That's why I share my WhatsApp number. The reason I shared it, for you to see me share it now, but I made a decision a long time ago because I was helping those people start YouTube channels, record their first video. I was asking them to share it on WhatsApp because I had to see it before we could put it out there. Every day we were working. We were doing on YouTube channels. We used to have days when we were premiering videos. Also, I remember working far away. I would always make sure I'm on people's premieres to support them. They disappear. They disappear. They don't even watch this channel. They don't even record, or even when they record videos, they don't even post them in the group anymore. I really don't understand it. For me, people who know me, when you tell me your problem, I sort of make it my problem. So when people had the issue, okay, this video, my channel is not growing, I'll make sure, what can we do? What can we do? But then, they disappear. I don't really understand it. I don't understand it. If it's not about just giving up, then what I don't understand is, even when they have videos, they don't even share them in the group. What? I don't understand it. And they're still group members. So I made it public today. What's going on with people? What's going on? We had a community. But now I don't see them. I won't say much because I may say something that may anger some people. But I think you can see how sad I am. Now, the reason I brought this up is I just have a new community again. It's building. I see it. All those of you who come in my lives, most of you are new. I just put you recently in my video. I'm inviting you now. Let's come and start again. Come and record videos. I think I'm going to premiere them again. I'm going to go back. You know, YouTube was not supporting premieres, but it really doesn't matter if your channel is still young. We're going to premiere them again. So come, start recording videos, and I'll support you because I know, you see, I can, and I'm not editing it. It will stay here. And so, because it's true. It's a true emotion. I'm going to show you the way I showed those people. We're going to start your channels. We're going to support each other. But please, this time, don't give up. Don't give up. Stay supporting each other. I really don't understand it. What happened to those people? Because I still even see them putting out a video and they're not even sharing it in a group. We have our principals in the group that maybe because they're not showing up to support, now they feel shy to bring their videos. Because when you post a video, you have to be supporting other people. You can't not be showing up for us to support you when you are not supporting others. They know the principle. So maybe that's why they're not even posting a video. It's actually a sad thing. If you go back to my premieres to my lives, those are the people who I used to test with. I say, okay, can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't see them. So I don't understand it. Is this effort going to go to nothing? That people are just going to be starting and stopping? Please don't do that. Especially, there is a video I recorded. When I even said it, I said, maybe I need to focus on people who are 25 and younger. That's why you see me that I'm now 25 and younger. Because the older people, they already have what they believe works. All the things we say, maybe they say they don't work, they have figured out their solutions. So if you are young, please, these are discoveries. These things you see on this channel, as I say that I'm learning and sharing, it's true, I'm learning and sharing. Some of things were not taught in school. These subconscious mind that we talk about, these things that Rich Dad Poor Dad is talking about, you're not going to see them in degrees. They don't teach them in school. So when we are bringing information, we're trying to learn from those people who know better than we. Why do we still believe that our ways are the best? If I made you mad, be mad, because I'm mad too. I'm not very happy right now. So please, the new ones, those who just joined my community, please, let's do it different. Let's commit to never giving up. If by all of those people I'm talking about, they went through Partner with Anthony. Partner with Anthony has the never giving up. It's always on his email. And he has it in one of the videos. If you've gone through Partner with Anthony, Anthony is saying, never give up. Now, they're giving up. I don't understand. Okay, that's my video. So, and as I'm ending it, please remember those two messages today we had. Are you doing your very best? Are you really doing your very best? You better do it while you're still young. You better do it before you have, because some of the people, why they fail to do what we do here, the time, when you have children, you have a family, you have a job, like those things, they cannot get the time in to do it. They get overwhelmed. So start young and put things in order before you get overwhelmed. I'm inviting you again. Come to my Facebook group. I put a link if you are not in the group yet. Come with the intention of setting your SMART goals. I do that every Monday. Come with the intention maybe of starting a YouTube channel, of learning this affiliate marketing, and all those things that are going to make your life better. Now you see the people we call gurus right here on YouTube. You think they have those subscribers and everything they do by just sleeping or whatever. No, you have to do your very best. And some of them have even 1 million subscribers and all that, but they still bring videos every day. Why? Why don't they just say, you know what? I think I've done enough. No, we keep going, and your why must be a big why. And if you think that you're successful already, and you're not even, whatever age it is, because, things could change. You think you're well off already? Things could change. So we have to keep doing this. If you think you are done, at least help others. If you have enough for yourself, help the others. Others need it. I get in touch with so many people with so many needs. Take care of people in your community, take care of people in your family. If you feel you are done, I mean, you have enough. Whatever you've done is enough. At least if you're still breathing, support others in your community. I'm feeling very sad, so I'm going to close this. Remember, I started, those of you who are on Friday live, I've been calling people, but they were put in action on Friday. I'm smiling. People started groups. I think we have like 3 right now who are reading. Watching the videos I recorded, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then after that, you come and watch the cash flow code. That's one is still going. I sponsor people. If you are in a place where you have an issue with data, I committed to paying data for people. If you watch in a group, at least 3 people or more, you sit and watch a video, contact me. I'll support you to buy data if data is your issue. If data is not your issue, please just watch the videos. Give the young people to get this knowledge so they don't have to struggle, okay? And if you're in countries that have Wi-Fi, I have this book is in a playlist. I call Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This one, the cash flow quadrant. So far, this one has 80 videos. This one has 68. We finished it. This one I'm still reading, okay? So that helped me smile a little bit because I know some of you maybe are going to take me on that. And I'm happy because of those 3 groups that we already created. Please start watching and keep watching and keep me updated. I'm going to ask you for evidence. Show me a screenshot, you watching and eating popcorn. Okay, it's good information. Okay, I invite you to come to my Facebook group. If you want to start a YouTube channel, I'm repeating myself. If you want to learn affiliate marketing, Animal Online. If you just want to start a smart goal, take your life to the next level, I'll put a link below. But if you haven't, you don't have me in your WhatsApp or anything, I haven't communicated with you, please find me on Facebook, send me a message. I always watch out and then I respond. It will take a day, but please, when you see me communicating, respond again, okay? And for the group, if you're coming to my group, make sure you're not in so many groups. You come to my group and when you're 170 groups, what's that? Reduce your groups first before applying because I'll deny and then ask you to do it. And also be yourself. Don't be fake. But use your name and also be in less groups. That's my message today. Please, I don't know, it's a disorganized message but the other 2 are fine, right? Where I talked about you doing your very best and you are unique, you're special. Don't forget that you are unique, you are special. Like I always end them, I said, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Leave a comment for me. Find me if you want to get to do any of these things I'm talking about. Or come live Friday, Saturday. I'm here. When I'm still breathing, I'll still be here. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.